Buenas nochesitas, ¿cómo están? Saludos a toda la gente bonita. Espero se encuentren muy bien. Estamos continuando este jueguito, que lo dejé aparcado un tiempecito, pero ya la semana que viene lo terminamos para ir retomando, pues literal, todos los títulos que nos quedan pendientes. Un saludito, espero se encuentren muy bien. Un abrazo a todos en este bonito fin de semana. Ya es de viernes y como dicen por ahí, el cuerpo lo sabe. ¿Cómo les ha ido? ¿Qué tal les va? Bueno, las tengan. Bienvenidos a otra parte más de Horizon Forbidden West, que ya toca terminar. Yo vamos como a la mitad del juego, y no es que más ya. A ver, ok, vamos bien. Solo me aseguro de no tener desvíos accidentales, ya que luego no me queda muy claro por dónde es el camino. O sea que te lo marcan con la tierra abierta. Ok, vamos bien. Nos ha quedado en que necesitamos un permiso especial, el permiso Omega, por parte de Hefesto, para poder encerrar a Hefesto. Así que vamos a visitar una tierra extraña que está hasta quién sabe dónde, o como diríamos por acá, bien perro lejos. Agradecen los likes, compartidos, follow. Muy bienvenidos sean. Y pues vamos a pasar un bonito fin de semana a gusto. Ya relax. Más de que ya quiero darle fin a este juego. Bien, ya no pueden seguirnos nuestro pequeño roboto. Así que vamos para acá. A ver con qué tontería nos sale esta tribu.
This must be Fall's Edge. Tala said I could resupply here, then head for the Coin Ferry.
You're far from welcome, Outlanders.
Nice choice of armor.
Are you an ally just for today?
Aunque esta es una parte del asunto. A ver. No tienen nada de interés de momento.
Your exploits must require supplies.
Necesitamos otra cosita. Algo más práctico.
Okay, with Fall's Edge behind me, just gotta head west until I reach the coast and the Coin Ferry.
Good day, Outlander.
Who shall I beat at Machine Strike today?
Es que admitirlo, veo bastante bonito el lugar. Muy variado el pueblo. Bastante guapetón el asunto. Me gusta cómo han armado todo esto. Déjenme buscar una tienda que me venda algo que necesitamos. Aprovechando que ahora sí tenemos de esquirlas. ¡Ah, qué no! Hija de eso. Le di a saltar y no saltó. Ay, Dios. La voz a la doy. Y también yo por andar en la lela. A ver. Creo que es aquí abajo lo que buscamos. más adelante la mesa de trabajo. Me gusta lo variopinto que es esto. Pero me gustaría que no estuviera tan, no sé, revisado. No se ve muy a la vista algunas cosas. Mira. En la zona del chef y esto. Por el lado. Que quiero comprar las mochilas de viaje, pero te juro no alcanzo a ver dónde está el comerciante que las tiene. Bueno, lo que era, esto es lo de menos. Lo que más me urge es sí o sí un lugarcito para comerciar. Porque lo que me ofrecen no me sirve. Están más cositas. Por ejemplo, este tiene las opciones, pero no vende las mendigas mochilas. Ahí está. Listo, a ver. Aquí está lo que necesitamos. Los paquetes de viaje rápido. Ahí tenemos unos 4. Ya con eso nos ahorramos el problema. Aquí tenemos el arco de caza de buscadora. El atributo de excavador. Es suficiente para comprar y equipar. Muy bien. Nos falta el círculo de alazol. No creo que lo tenga honestamente. No. Ahorita vamos a tener que buscar quién lo tenga. Vale, gorro. Tenemos esta ropa de dragón que nada. ¿Cuál será? Pero no lo vamos a comprar. Uno más de estos y ya. Listo. Ahora sí, vámonos de aquí. Tenemos una aturdidora bastante decente. Solo me queda continuar el viaje. Tal parece que es ahí abajo. Así que pues vámonos por acá. Dios, vengo a parar directamente a la vista de este plano. Bien. Ven acá, chamaco, ven acá. Así, a continuar el viaje. Vámonos de aquí antes de que me revienten la cholla. Aprovechamos para activar eso. Antorchita. Ahora sí, vámonos a lo que sigue. Ya, libre de peligro, pues es hora de alcanzar la siguiente misión de historia. Sí, no estamos lejos, de hecho. Dejamos de recorrer la mitad y la neta 1000 metros. 1.2 kilómetros. Aquí te pasa literalmente rápido. Malo sería que no tuviera montura, porque ahí sí ya es válido. Vámonos rápido, vamos activando hogueras en el camino. Como no, siguiendo el punto de interés. Antorchita. Vamos a pasar rapidísimo. Listo. Otra antorcha más. Y más adelante veo estas zonas. Ahorita lo que urge es llegar de volada al punto de historia. Por mientras, cuéntenme qué tal. Fin de semana ya listos para las vacaciones de Semana Santa. Aprovechando que ahora se ve una hermosa playita aquí. Ok, esto fue muy loco. Ir por debajo del agua y no ahogarse. Qué fumada es esa. Para mí creo que es divertido. Muy divertido de ver eso. Bien, estamos cerca. ¿Cómo puedes indicar? ¿Qué hacer por aquí? No, por la playa. Vamos por esa hoguera. Y así de rápido nos lanzamos a lo que sigue. Ahí está nuestro objetivo a menos de 300 metros. Seguro que ver estas playitas hacen que den ganas de irme de viaje al mar si pudiera. Quiero ver estos paisajes. No van a moverse, la neta, a pesar de toda la crítica que le aventaron al juego por cómo se veía Aloy. Hay que admitirlo. Esta forma de mostrar el mundo se ve. Listo. Hemos llegado.
Strange. Well, nothing's stopping me from taking a boat.
Vamos a checar el barquito. A ver qué nos trae esto. Que creo que es lo único que nos va a permitir ir a la tierra. La chica esta que nos anda esperando.
No one's guarding this side of the ferry either. Where are the Quinn? They're on landfall, I guess. I better go find it. Should be to the northeast.
Listo, Jonathan, el primero en llegar. ¿Cómo estás? Buenas las tengas. ¿Cómo te va? Estamos continuando el viaje de Aloy. En busca del permiso Omega para poder atrapar a Hefesto. Pero nos toca ir a un lugar bien lejano. Claro, tener cuidado porque mira.
Because claws and shredding jaws weren't enough apparently.
Estos bichos son gigantescos. Me pueden matar si no tengo cuidado. A ver si puedo contarles lo que está haciendo de esto. Una montura me vendría bien. Voy a verme de aquí. Bueno, no se va a poder. Cambiar de arma. Híjole. Uy. Indefenso. Por acá me va bien, con mucho calor, ¿tú cómo estás? Igual, increíble, el calorcito de la temporada no es exactamente lo mío, pero pues, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? No hay de otra. Hijo de su... Hay que tener cuidado y aprovechar rápido el golpe grito. Bicho. Ay, te tengo derribado. Bola de montoneros. Ay, ¿por qué no fuera suficiente? Ahora tenemos que avanzar. Uno volador. A ver si los logro matar porque son demasiados. Segundo. Hijo de su... Ya me quedé sin flechas de las buenas. Vamos a empezar a poner bastante misterioso. Y lo que más me gusta de estos cuates es ese rango absurdo que tienen. No le alcanzo a dar en el depósito, que es lo que más quiero. Y les juro que le estoy presionando. La neta. Lo que sí me molesta es que, por ejemplo, es súper sensible esto, ¿no? De la punta. Eso le quiere dar exactamente de unidad amarilla. Y le voy a hacer una risa porque es el primer arco del juego. No tengo uno más potente. Para mi desgracia. Tengo que hacerle el envenenamiento. No es que sirvamos mucho, pero ahí está. Ahora sí. Mi pequeño error. Perdón. Pero ya saben, me gusta tener algo de acción. Me gusta demostrar que sí puedo. Aunque todo me lleve la cachetada. Ahora me tengo que ir de aquí. No puedo subir a ninguno de estos porque no tengo el control de esas máquinas. No he ido a los calderos. Así que pues ni modo. A viajar como se pueda. Ir agarrando de todo un poco. Para no quedarme sin flechas porque estos materiales. Muchos menos materiales. Respecto al calor, pues ahí la llevo. Un poco fastidiosa la neta. No soy muy fan de la primavera y el verano. Pero sobre todo primavera porque aquí en México la ciudad se pone horriblemente intensa.
So these are the ruins of San Francisco. Entire city of
La verdad es que sí
towers.
está gacho aguantar esto.
Somewhere buried out here is Thebes. I hope we'll find it.
Estar con cuidado por aquí. Y ya llegamos a la zona de cuando anunciaron el juego, cuando lo mostraron. ¿Quién no reconoce este sitio de los trailers? Nuevo delegado, todavía nos falta. Falta más. Materiales medicinales y demás. Al menos me ayuda un poquito, uno que otro ladito. Pero tampoco es que sea la panacea, porque la neta el clima está gacho por donde lo veas. De hecho, esta misma semana tuvimos ese cambio de temperatura. Toda la pasada estaba más o menos agradable. Saludos, Verónica. Buenas. Bienvenida. Estamos aquí continuando Horizon. Olvidan ver. La neta, casi me machacan por hacerle a la valiente. Pero nada que un poco de collonería y de habilidad no pueda resolver. Ya tenemos dos antorchas. Aquí. Otra acá. Muy probablemente están adentro del edificio. Me encuentro bien en lo que cabe. Algo de calor. Algo de fastidio por lo mismo. Pero aquí seguimos a gustito. Echándole ganas al asunto. Y como no, a este buen jueguito. Que la neta me tiene fascinada en los escenarios. La historia pues no es que digas tan wow, pero me gusta como la borda. Tiene que ser perfecta, claro está. Uy, mira, aquí están los embestidores. Eso sí me puede servir. Para tener una montura y largarme de aquí. ¿Qué me cuentas, Verónica? ¿Cómo te va? ¿Qué tal tu inicio de fin de semana? Lo que todos andaban esperando, el hermoso de viernes. Muy bien, ya sacamos de la hoguera. Nos falta otra más que anda por aquí. Según yo, debe de ser aquí dentro. Sí, es aquí dentro. Todavía no la puedo sacar, creo. Déjame ver si puedo subirme. Aunque lo dudo francamente. Mira, no se sube. Se resbala. Mira, son dos. Cosas más locas se ven aquí. Déjame ponerle que esté adentro. Y no es que más arriba. Que pareciera que pudiéramos pasar. Bueno, hasta ahí lo vamos a dejar. Lo que sí me gustaría es una montura. Tomar unos chivitos para poder viajar más rápido, porque la neta está canijo. Ahí está. Tomar uno de estos. Cuidado para controlarlo. Ahora vámonos de aquí. Nos largamos aquí, lo que vamos a su suerte. Ay, nos dolemos. Y vamos para acá. No, pues el pobre no puede pasar. Le da ansiedad del agua. Y aquí hemos llegado.
It must be the
Aquí.
entrance to landfall up ahead. Is that her? This is landfall, right? I'm looking for Alba.
Overseer Bohai ordered us to invite you before him should you approach. Please, come with me. Go. Let him know we're coming.
It's her!
The diviner was right.
Overseer Bohai. A stranger just walked through the gate.
I knew Alva would not dare lie. You do look like Sobek.
Is Alva here? I need to talk to her.
I will consider your request once it is determined what you are. A living ancestor, as Alva believes, or a threat, lurking in such a guise.
I am no threat, okay? Back on the mainland, your soldiers fired on me without warning.
So you say, infidel. None of those you engaged survived to bear witness.
I held off on your squad when...
May I present our honored CO.
So, here she is, our great mystery. Well, Bohai, what have you divined? What is she?
A mystery indeed, my CO. How can she appear as Sobek, and yet know nothing of our ways? Are we to believe that a living ancestor was born to this wretched land? An ocean apart from the realm of the Chosen? And if so, to what end? I cannot answer. Only she can. But I warn you, no falsehood will satisfy us. Now speak. Why are you here? What is your purpose?
I'm looking for a place called Thebes.
And what do you seek there?
Alva told me a little bit about what you're after. I guess you could say I want what you want. A way to heal the world.
As I suspected. Tell her.
We found Thebes, the final resting place of Ted Pharaoh's secrets. It isn't far, but the way is closed to us. Machine attacks have cut us off from the site. Diviner Alva is there, along with a complement of diggers and soldiers.
Is she all right?
Our scouts tell us that a machine has our people pinned behind their defenses, but they're holding out.
Machines, huh? I can help with that.
Alva told us that you are indeed formidable.
But I have a few questions first.
We will answer what we can.
So you found Thebes. How?
The ancestors revealed it to us not long after we made landfall, almost a year ago. Through a scrap of ancient data discovered by Alva and verified by myself. It contained details about the construction of a great underground palace.
Where, exactly?
Close. Beneath the Great Pyramid in the ruins beyond.
Figures. Ted loved his pyramids. Have you been inside?
No. That has been a problem, one of many.
And we will solve them all in time. Getting back to the site is the one at hand. I hope you're as effective against machines as Diviner Alva suggested.
What exactly are you looking for inside Thebes? I thought Alva brought back the data you needed.
We risked much to cross the ocean. Therefore, we must unearth every possible link to the legacy while we are here. Especially one as important as Thebes.
We will not sail back until I have plundered its secrets.
So, Alva reports to you.
I was chosen by my colleagues on the Board of Overseers to supervise data retrieval on this expedition, yes.
And you're in charge of the expedition.
He is far more than that. You are addressing the cousin of the Emperor of the Quinn. Heir to the vast holdings of the Great Delta, the first CO in 5 generations.
All she needs to understand is that I am the authority here. And my will is to attain the secrets of Thebes.
Mine too. We're in luck. You crossed the ocean on these ships? Couldn't have been easy.
Greatness is never easy.
Indeed. It took 7 years just to build the flotilla. This expedition is the most important undertaking of our generation. A quest for knowledge across the gaping sea with nothing less than the fate of our tribe at stake. And none of it would have been possible without the will of the CO.
The voyage was difficult. The wilds here even more so. Our sailors and soldiers have suffered much. I know that. But all for the glory of the Quen.
Good to know. What kind of machine has your people pinned down near Thebes?
A thunderjaw. We've dealt with them before, but this one is...
Tougher, stronger, and it has black armor?
Yes. How did you know?
Doesn't matter. Won't be easy, but I can take it down.
Then destiny shines upon us, as I knew it would. A living ancestor now walks among us, and she will help me attain the secrets of Thebes.
Resupply here if you must. Then on to Thebes at the base of the pyramid in the ruins. We will follow when our scouts confirm you've cleared the way.
Pues ya estamos aquí. Vamos a continuar. Ya terminó el guaraguara. Ahora toca ir al otro lado de este lugar para entrar a Tebas y ver qué rayos anda mal aquí. Saludos a Sando, a Jonathan, a Marcos Chávez y a toda la gente bonita, a Guardiana que andan por aquí. Estamos continuando las aventuras de Aloy. Espero se encuentren bien. Me disculpo por los días que estuve fuera.
Is it watching over this area? Might have some useful data. But how to get up there?
A ver, de rápido. Para los que preguntan cómo fue que llegué a Arata, pues principalmente fue gracias al hermano GMR. Él me recomendó. Estaban en la convocatoria de septiembre 2019 más o menos. Agosto por muy temprano. Y entonces pues lanzaron las pruebas para ver quiénes pueden ser editores.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
The machine will kill you!
There you are. I guess we're doing this.
¿Cómo andas, Sando? Bienvenido. Y nada, digas eso de que no te leo. Siempre te leo, pero tú nunca escuchas.
I need more ammo.
Bienvenido. Esto aquí. Vamos a crear esto. Vamos a hacer de las perfectas que se pueden. Uy, no, ya me vio. Hijo de tu. Mal dormí. No, no podemos hacer esto.
I'm not giving up.
Ok, este es Vila esto, si quieres aprovechar esto. Aguas con el atronador. Ese no era su nombre. Rápido, cargando. Ahí está. Bueno, estamos bien envenenado este café. Hijo de tu. Y así que lo envenenan hasta morir. Se salen los lomos. Voy a tratar porque la neta sí está complicado. Ya ves que se mueven mucho. Ya no tengo. Ya pues. estamos haciendo buen daño. Pues, por acá usa el cuarto de pollo. El jefe parece un soy. Pues me recuerda mucho bastante al primer juego.
Too much interference.
Ay, me lleva. Me encerra tu parte. Tengo que darle aquí. No hay un lugar para dispararle. Sé que recibe mucho daño. Córreme. Este cuate se emociona con todo, En el ojito, buen lugar. En el arma de la pierna, que no son las carnitas. Yo no tengo. Hijo de tu. Te estoy diciendo que te hagas atrás, para atrás, y esta mujer más directo al peor lugar posible siempre. Mi gran problema es que no tengo ninguna de las flechas buenas. Lo tengo que vencer por la mala. Es que no le puedo hacer daño si no tengo la flecha que le decía a la mano. Y de hecho estoy jugando sin farmear para darle más. Vamos a activar esto. Mira, para que veas. La que lo destroza, la magnética. ¡Esta mujer! Ah, Dios mío. Le iba a hacer quesito hace rato. Y ya no tengo el veneno para hacerle el daño que yo quisiera. Ahí está, en el ojo. Ay, no le alcancé a dar. No, ya fue. Estoy muerta. Si no encuentro hierbas, ya fue. Puedo jugarla en la cuyona. Es una opción. Pero no es seguro que le gane. Ya no tengo de estas. Solo me quedan flechas normales. Acomoda el lugar. Ni modo, vamos a tener que hacerle el quesito así. Sé que tiene el arma matando, pero te digo, no se la puedo reventar con estas flechas. Esto es la otra. Digo, no se la puedo quitar si no tengo esto. No la puedo hacer. Esto es lo que le separa el arma. Digo, si no tengo esa flecha, no se la puedo quitar. Pero ahí quedó. Ni modo, tuve que hacer trampa. Poneme en un lugar donde no me pueda atacar. Y pues te digo, usando... Sé que hay que demostrarle el arma, pero ¿qué haces cuando no tienes la flecha que se la quita?
You killed that machine!
Your CEO sent me. I need to speak to Alva.
By all means, then. Open the gates!
Hail Machine Hunter! Speak with us!
Ahí quedó.
Aloy! Over here!
Vamos ando, créeme. Este tornador aquí en el 2 es muy diferente del 1, no funciona igual y necesitas sí o sí esta flecha. Y sin ella, olvídalo. Mira, ahorita que tengo acceso al lugar este ya puedo fabricarlas. Pero ya para qué.
Alva, I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, you got rid of that machine. But what are you doing here?
There's something inside Thebes that I need. I went to landfall. I met your CEO. We came to an agreement, kind of.
And you're going to help us get in?
I guess so. The whole thing was a little tense. There was something off about that guy. And I don't understand what he wants from Thebes. I thought we found the data that your people needed back on the mainland.
That data will take us years to sift through. The CEO wants faster results. Aloy, you have to be careful. He's...
There they are! The legacy tells us that Elizabeth Sobek helped the ancestors cast aside all obstacles. And so it has been today.
You have been true to your word. I'm pleased. Thebes awaits us below, shall we?
Quite an excavation.
Much of this was flooded. We had to pump a great deal of water out. Behold, the door to Thebes.
A door like no other.
Well, you're right about that. It's designed to open for only one man. Ted Farrow.
But the legacy tells us that he worked closely with Sobek. He trusted her. Surely she could open the door, and so surely can you.
Not gonna happen. At least not from this side.
You said she was a living ancestor with Sobek's eternal essence.
If I may, Pharaoh, great as he was, did not build his palace alone. We know this from scraps of data we found, the ones that pointed to this location. And we found evidence of passages below. Maybe they were built to aid construction. Or for servants. We can't reach them. The way is flooded and they're too far underwater, but...
Yeah. I can reach them. There might be another way in down there.
You see? With Sobek, there is always a way.
Then do what you must to get us inside.
Pues bien, vamos a encontrar la entrada a Tebas. Un saludo para Shirzada que viene llegando. Agradecimientos al Sando que anda por ahí echando consejos. A Mao que también acaba de llegar. Y no se preocupen si Face no les avisa. Lamentablemente ya es costumbre de la plataforma desde hace tiempo. Oh, caray. ¿Qué rayos está pasando aquí? No puedo subir. ¿Es neta? No puedo subir. Hay una pared invisible acá, güey. Mira, no sube. Tremendo bug. No manches. Primera vez que me pasa un bug severo aquí, la neta. Ve. Una fuerza invisible no deja que Aloy se suba. Ya ni la friegan. Vamos a ver qué pasa, porque no puedo continuar con ese bug, está canijo. Ni con ese Elden Ring no pasa eso, punto para Elden. Tiene otros errores. Mira, otro. ¿Neta? ¿Para esto me hicieron actualizar el juego? ¿Para ponerme una traba? Hijos de la... A ver, voy a hacer algo aquí. Déjame ver esto un segundo. Si no es arriba, entonces es abajo. Me pregunto yo. A ver, que me explique. Si no quieren que vayas para arriba, ¿por qué lo ponen como que hay camino? Eso es una babosada. Gigantesco lugar. Y abajo hay un montón de magma. Yo no sé cómo alguien podría nadar en estas condiciones. Pero mientras, cuéntenme qué tal. Les diré la historia. Como les decía, era 2019. El hermano GMR me había recomendado con los jefes de Arata. Y entonces yo participé en la convocatoria. De entre todos los candidatos ahí, fue una de las seleccionadas para entrar, junto con otros buenos compañeros que ahorita ya no están, como el buen Rufus. Y así es como empecé a escribir. El primer juego que reseñé es un juego que tiene mucha connotación nórdica. Se llama Netheril, el laberinto sin fin. Se parte a los Dark Souls. Y el título a mí me gustó en su momento, pero he de admitir que lamentablemente el creador tuvo problemas. Su familia se enfermó y ya no pudo sostener los gastos de desarrollo. Tuvo que literal cancelar el título, quitarle el estado de Early Access y pasarlo a terminado. No sé, por acá José Pérez no se ahoga. No, porque está utilizando una máscara que le ayuda mucho. Se conoce como la máscara para bucear. La conseguimos cuando fuimos por Poseidón, así que por eso puede estar horas y horas aquí nadando. ¿Cómo estás, José? Bienvenido. Qué gusto verte por acá. ¿Cómo van las páginas web? ¿Qué me cuentan?
I'm inside, but how do I let the Quinn in? Looks like an exercise room.
¿Registré esto?
Here I am again, hiding in the gym, writing to stay sane in this crazy place. I can't believe Grigori's dead. Our so-called spiritual leader was fine yesterday, and then suddenly passed away in his sleep, and no one will talk to me about it. They treat me like a child, whispering behind my back, as if I can't cope with death, even after the end of the world.
The living area. It's pretty big, too.
There's nothing normal about a scientist, his daughter, a guru, and well, let's face it, a harem living through the end times in a trillionaire's underground survival bunker. But now that Grigori's gone, I'm worried things will get even weirder. He helped keep Ted stable for a couple of years, sort of. Without him, who knows? And we don't even understand what happened to him.
The girl's right. Nothing normal about Ted.
Y ahí vamos encontrando secretitos en esta zona. La verdad que está muy curioso e interesante. También te van revelando de a poco las pequeñas verdades sobre Ted Faro. El tipo que literal decidió borrar la base de datos de Apolo porque puede, porque quiere y porque ha tenido un ego de lo más horrible. Y por mientras, me cuentan qué tal. Bienvenidos a este viernesito de Horizon. Me cambié de lugar y es que es como empezar de cero, pero todo bien. ¿Cómo te fue con el del ring?
So this is the way to the main door, so I can let the Quinn in.
He estado tratando de hacer el video inicial sin muertes. A la fecha no he podido. Y es el único que me interesa que salga así. Ya los demás, que sea como caiga, o como dicen por ahí, como Dios quiera. Para así jugarlo largo, entendido, porque es que me lo han pedido. Pero en general no me ha ido mal. Ya casi tengo la ruta perfecta de inicio. Ya después de eso pues van a ser los trancazos, las cachetadas, las mentadas de malle, las maldiciones y demás despapalle que ustedes gustan ver cuando me enfrento a algo que me puede superar al cielo. Mientras, ¿qué tal el nuevo lenguaje? ¿Cuál es, si se puede preguntar? De mientras, retomando la cuestión de lo de Arata, pues logré pasar las pruebillas, me pusieron de editora, me tocó empezar con Neverend, el laberinto sin fin. Un buen juego, me gustó. Obviamente no te iban a dar un AAA para empezar. No, cuando estás en una revista, empiezas desde abajo, echándole ganas, poniéndole coco al asunto, demostrando lo que vales, y de poco a poco te vas ganando, obviamente, que se consideren para propuestas más pesadas. Al final, pues, ¿qué les puedo decir? Llevo ya 2 años ahí. Este año sería el tercero. Y la neta me hace bastante ilusión el asunto. Espero quedarme muchas temporadas allí en Arata. Hasta que la vida lo permita.
Fancy for a survival bunker. That looks like some kind of access control.
Muy bien. Y como les digo, la verdad es que es un trabajito que me encanta, me hace feliz. Además de que puedo hacer reseñas de varios títulos. Y aunque no lo quieras, me ha tocado ver algunos que sí me han dejado mucho que desear. Y otros donde me ponen en un punto en el que me encantan, pero podrían haber sido mejores, como la reseña de hoy de Stranger of Paradise.
Ah, good. An emergency exit function.
Emergency exit initiated. The door is open. Destiny is upon us. I knew you could do it.
What's going on?
The CO is preparing to enter Thebes.
Oh, why are you dressed like Ted Pharaoh?
I am Pharaoh, renewed. My essence is the same as his. Across the years, across the generations, his soul is my soul. His will is my will. We are sundered in only one way. I need his final testament, his deepest secrets. And now that the door is open, those secrets are within my grasp. When I have them, I will be complete, as he was. I will have everything I need to save our homeland, and, as Pharaoh did, the world.
Okay. I think there's some confusion here about who Pharaoh really was.
No one knows better than I who he was, who he is. Me. The Renewer, greatest of the ancestors, the man who saved the world. And you. You understand, Sobek. You are her, Pharaoh's harbinger, his assistant. Come, we will descend into Thebes together, as it should be. Bring her the raiment.
Raiment?
As he is Pharaoh, you are Sobek. For an occasion this momentous, shouldn't you wear proper business attire?
Whoa. No. No, I am not wearing that. No way.
You will wear the proper attire to mark this moment.
Or what?
It is said Sobek valued life above all else. Is this true?
Fine. I'll wear your raiment.
Excellent. Shall we proceed? Look at this place. The grandeur.
Pharaoh's domain. Simply breathtaking.
Excellent. Somewhere in here, Pharaoh left his secrets. Let's go find them.
Your Magnificence, perhaps we should leave guard behind the
His visage, a monument to greatness.
It's a monument into something, I'll give you that.
Pues miren nada más esa estatua al egocentrismo. Toda una salota. Para hacer alabanza a sí mismo.
I think this way might lead down.
No, hombre, Ted Faro no tiene nada de humilde. De por acá, del lado del servidor Python, del lado del cliente React, algo inventado por los devs de Facebook.
Remember every detail of his, Bohai, for posterity.
Interesante. ¿Y qué tal? Es buena API, es mala, amigable, despreciable. Cuéntame qué tal. De mientras vamos a estar buscando acá los secretos de Tebas.
There will be no further discussion of your feet, Bohai.
Brianna told me that Grigori hacked into restricted files and found out something awful. That Ted murdered important people who worked on Zero Dawn. Did Ted punish Grigori? Kill him for discovering what he did? How could that be? Dad said there wasn't a mark on Grigori's body. His heart just gave out.
Find anything interesting?
I am. So hey, this is weird.
Yeah, I tried to warn you.
Yeah, sort of.
I'll explain everything if we survive long enough.
Those certainly look threatening.
Huh. Statues. The guardians of Pharaoh's domain.
Those aren't statues. Look out!
Get the CO out of here!
Guess it's just us then.
Bueno, empezamos mal con el pie izquierdo otra vez. Bendigas máquinas. Son débiles al fuego. Vamos a tratar de cargar esto. Ahí está. Ahí casi. Bien, solo nos queda incinerar esta cosa. Listo. Dios, qué horribles. Y bien difíciles. No los que tienes el fuego, con eso valieron queso. Uf. Antes de avanzar, vamos a ver qué rápido es.
Thanks.
Brianna didn't wake up this morning. She's gone. Just like Grigori. I'm looking up at the giant, hideous statue of Ted in the Great Hall.
Did you discover some data?
A fragment. A testament to Ted's power.
Bien, ya agarramos todo lo necesario. Ya aquí vamos a continuar. Viejecito. A ver qué nos depara este lugar. Les comento que puse una pequeña encuesta por si gustan votar para ver si más al rato hacemos otra emisión o ya mañanita y saber si quieren un poco más de diversión y aprovechar el fin de semana. Este lugar se pone cada vez más interesante y misterioso. Saludos, Abraham, bienvenido.
What is that? A reclining throne, attached to some kind of apparatus. I wonder what it does. An impressive setup. What is it for?
I'm sorry, CO. I don't know. My focus can't read the data here.
What about the living ancestor? Is the data lost to her?
Vamos a recorrer esta parte de Tebas. Saludos, Abraham, ¿qué tal? Muy buenas noches, bienvenido sea a este streamcito de Horizon 2. Vamos como a la mitad del juego. Espero que te sientas a gusto. ¿Qué me cuentas? Estamos en hermoso de viernes. Ay, pusimos una encuesta para saber si quieren un streamcito más al rato. Puede ser de Elden Ring. O no sé, de algún otro juego que tengo aquí pendiente. Mañana regresaríamos con el Kirby y la Tierra Olvidada, por si les interesa. Y además de aquí vamos a mostrar un pequeño título indie. De nada, Abraham. Siéntate a gusto, bienvenido. Y que disfrutes la historia de este jueguito que la verdad me ha encantado.
You did this for him? You put, like, off switches in everyone's heads?
Scan the
Kenya,
device.
you mustn't judge me. I had no choice. If I said no, what would he do to us? What would he do to you? You're my little girl. I was trying to keep you alive.
For what, Dad?
Tell me what your focus
Seriously,
reveals
why?
about the device.
So we can be trapped in this underground nightmare? You know what we have to do. Please.
Did you find a recording, Aloy?
Yeah. I'll share it with you later.
¿Desde dónde tengo el gusto de
Scan the
verte, Abraham?
device, if you will.
Made a minor adjustment to the gene therapy regimen and added a new cocktail to treat the symptoms caused by the mutations. Hopefully, there will be some stabilization after the next treatment. God knows what Ted will do to us if there isn't. The early results were so promising. No signs of aging, no cellular degeneration, but now... Oh, if only I had access to my old lab in Bangkok, or my old colleagues, or my old liquor cabinet. Stop it. Got to stay positive. For Kenya.
You saw something. I could tell. Did the data explain what Pharaoh used this device for?
I think he was undergoing treatments to live longer. A lot longer.
Really? Could he still be alive?
Don't be foolish. If he were alive, he would have kept his essence. It would not have been passed down to me. Remember, he was the renewer. Of course, he would have stopped at nothing to grasp the secrets of life and death, but not for himself. Everything he did was for a new beginning. For us, for the Quen. And for his true heir, me.
You know, I'm starting to think you're right. You do have a lot in common with Ted Faro.
I knew you would see, in time. Let us continue. His secrets await.
La verdad es que me está cayendo mal este tipo.
Office for a minor functionary, perhaps?
Muy fastidioso, muy arrogante. ¿Se siente la gran cosa? Solo porque tiene los genes de Ted Faro. Y esto va a acabar muy mal. Saludos para Julio Estudillo, ¿cómo está? Buenas nochecitas, qué suerte por acá. Aunque es un ratito. No sé si siga por ahí el buen José Pérez o ya se nos fue por el trabajo de programación. Y gracias Abraham por estar acá. Espero que te guste el contenido del canal y que te sientas a gusto de unirte para ser un asgardiano en el Valhalla Lunar, donde las aventuras no tienen fin. Y la poesía no se acaba aquí.
An automated geothermal energy plant right under the city of San Francisco. A marvel. Even I can run it, and let's face it, I was always more of a visionary than an engineer. Which is why I had the foresight to insist on the inclusion of a very unique feature. Just in case anyone ever tries to steal my cheese.
Break the door down.
I'm going to look for another way in.
Good idea. It's worked before.
Very well. Get to it.
Entonces por acá ese tipo rubio se cree el elegido. Un poco. Ted Faro, el personaje en el que está basado ese clon. La verdad que está bien loco.
That's no good. Can't use the pullcaster on that.
Era muy arrogante, de lo peor. Son otros personajes que terminan cayendo súper mal. Pero pues por motivos de la historia, ¿qué le vamos a hacer? Están ahí para apoyar el argumento. Y obviamente siempre debe haber una especie de pseudo villano que sirva de transición a la historia.
Check what my focus sees, maybe.
How long does it take to bash through a door?
Encontramos el paso.
Ah, is that a vent of some sort? Not a bad idea.
Yo ya quiero eliminar a Rubio. Es que sí cae mal. Ted Faro está muy loco. Y su clon es igual de arrogante. Y espérate, porque mira, yo no conozco el juego. Apenas lo estoy disfrutando y compartiendo con ustedes. Algo característico de este canal es que suelo traer los juegos de día 1, si no es que antes. Al menos de los que considero importantes. Porque tienen alguna buena historia para compartir. Así que en este canalito vas a ver muchos juegos de PlayStation 5, de Series X, de PC, de Switch, de todas las plataformas. Y a nadie le vamos a hacer el fuchi por estar aquí. ¿Para qué arma para atrapar? Está genial. Es muy divertida, nada más que no es muy usada. Sí aparecen lugarcitos donde podemos hacer el garfio, para subirte. Pero el gancho que destroza los objetos, a la fecha no lo he usado más de 10 veces. Y siento que podría haber dado juego para más acertijos. Vamos a bajarnos de aquí porque esta mujer luego se mueve de mantequilla.
There. Omega clearance. Got it. What do you have to say for yourself, Ted?
Somto's dead. Along with his kid. Found him on the floor of his office this morning, holding hands. Must have poisoned themselves. I never would have put them to sleep. She was just a girl, for Christ's sake. I offered them life. And this is how they repaid me. By leaving me all alone. But I guess I've been alone since this whole thing began. Alone in bearing the burden. For the past. For the future.
Same old Ted. No matter who dies, he's the one feeling sorry for himself.
Liz's future. Liz's children. Someday they'll come. And I'll be here to greet them. Sometimes said my aging has stopped altogether. If anything, my cells are replenishing faster than normal. I just need some time for the mutations to calm down. Time. And energy. Sometimes said the reactor can give me what I need. To grow strong again. To get my shit back together. So I can greet the kids. They're gonna need me. My advice. My guidance. And then I won't be alone anymore.
Pharaoh's secrets. Are they here?
Not the ones you're looking for.
Then they must be in there.
Trust me. You don't want to go in there.
Are you mad? I haven't come all this way to stop now. At last, Pharaoh's legacy is mine. Is that?
It's him.
Burn it to ash.
Wait, no. Pharaoh has it rigged to melt down.
Kill them too. No witnesses.
Ah, qué maldito traidor este cuate. Ay, Dios mío, no me piqué en la vida por estar queriendo hacer el golpe fuerte. Ah, me las van a pagar. Así nomás por tus tanates decide matarnos. Está corriendo rápido. Uy. modo asesino este cuate. Híjole. Por acá te hicieron carnita asada. Sí, la regué, manito. ¿Qué? ¿Qué diablos? ¿Cómo me quitó toda la vida? Me one-shoteó este cuate, o sea, de un toque, bye. Hijo de su mamá, me las va a pagar. Ah, caray, me agarró. Primera vez creo que te hacen un corte. Ve, no me dejan moverme. Hijo de su... me lleva... Ah, mujer, de veras. Qué dilema, neta, Ajá. Pero esto rápido. Carga rápido. Ya, eres mío. ¿Por qué me alcanzas a pegar? Ahí está. Vale, vamos a emparejar las cosas. Si ustedes quieren jugar sucio, yo también puedo, grandísimo, vamos. Ahí está.
Pharaoh rigged the reactor to overflow if he dies. We have to run.
Ay, al fin, mendigo. Grandísimo baboso. ¿Cómo me hizo enojar? Para cada momento de ponerse seria, tú puedes. Y se llegó el gato para complicar el juego. Tal vez, no sé. Vamos a Artyom y los chamacos de Free. ¿Cómo andan? ¿Cómo les va? Me gusta jugármela así del todo por el todo. Quítate del juego. Ay, bien, hay que salir de aquí. ¡Corre, corre! Ahora sí. Ingesu. Todo se está quemando. Me cansa con mucho. Vamos a poner estas especies de veneno que son bien útiles. Está para acá. Pri, te hizo raid, pero ya no estaba viendo su chat. Ah, no te preocupes. Muchas gracias a todos los muchachos de Free. Bienvenidos. Astion, Brandonator. Uy, están llegando a lo bueno de esto, ¿Por qué se quema tu runita? Porque el fulano el clon de este Sparrow no quiere evidencias. Así que decidió mandar todo al diablo. Hora de largarnos de aquí. Ya murió en la justicia divina este grandísimo hijo de la cachetada. Después de que casi nos manda a incendiar. Le tocó su pago justo por pecador al baboso. Ahora todo nos queda regresar. Hay que tener mucho cuidado porque esto no se ve fácil. Tenemos que salir de aquí de algún modo. Ah, complicado. Dice, oye, no era rubia, pero bueno, ya se fue. No, no era rubio. De hecho, tenía como el pelo castaño. Uy, muévete, muévete. Ahí está. Ah, no, no te va, o sea, no te voy a sacar al juego. Me quito rápido antes de que me maten. Y saludos, chicos. Espero que no le haya pasado algo grave a Free. Solo se me ocurre que sucedió algo de último minuto. Ahí está. Ay, casi me queman, casi me pican. Pero a correr antes de que me lleve el caramba. Vámonos de aquí. Vámonos de la goma. Corre por tu vida, mensa, corre.
We found something that will help. Not just your homeland, but everywhere.
But where's the CO?
He's gone. I guess you could say he gave his life to help us attain the secrets of Thebes.
I see. You must think I'm eminently stupid.
What? No. No.
The CO was an entitled egotist who twisted our beliefs into a sickening, self-serving fantasy. And you expect me to believe he sacrificed himself for scraps of data? It's time for the truth, and it better be convincing. Otherwise, I'll simply order these soldiers to open fire.
hold on. You're right. To be honest, the CO screwed everything up. He brought Thebes down around our ears and died like a gutless coward. But we really did find something down there that will help your homeland. If I can take it and use it. Now, if I have to, I will fight my way out of here, but it doesn't have to be that way. You can just let me go. And then take credit when things start to improve.
Success certainly does sound better than failure. It seems then that our destinies are intertwined. Landfall is open to you. If it will help your cause, you may come and go as you please. But Alva must join you and report back on your efforts.
Fair enough.
Thebes is of no further value to us. Obviously, we're going back to the flotilla. Alva, I expect your reports to be thorough.
Oh, I thought he was going to have us killed. And instead, I get to join you.
Glad to have you. But you're going to need a little help to reach our base. Varl, I made a new friend. I need you to meet her at the Quen Ferry and escort her back.
On it. Can't wait to meet her.
Trust me, you'll love it there. Varl will give you a better focus, and all the data you could ever want. Head to the ferry. I'll join you back east as soon as I can.
A diviner must follow the truth, wherever it leads. I'll see you there.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we should have what we need to capture Hefestus. But before I head to the ferry, maybe I should stop by Landfall. With the CO gone, maybe more Quen will be willing to talk. Might be worth looking around the island, too. I gotta change out of these clothes. I can't believe the CO made me play dress up.
Pues ahí quedó, ahí murió, ahí valió. Valió gorro. Por maldito lambiscón. Por collón. Y por lo que más quieran. Pero ya se fue a morir ese chamacón. Nada más, tremendo mapa. Sí, fueron momentos en que simplemente estuve inspirado. Es que está muy curioso tu nombre. Un viewer entró a tu stream. ¿Qué te puedo decir? Bienvenido, de verdad. Espero que te la pases bien aquí. Vamos a ver si los chamacos quieren un stream después de esto. O ya prefieren mañanita. Ya saben, ustedes tienen la palabra. Ustedes deciden si sí o si no. Sin él o ya fue. Vamos a poner estos puntos para energizar la lanza. Aunque la verdad necesito que pegue más duro. Y también ocupo de ya conseguir unas mejores cosas. Que, pues, por ejemplo, un arco que haga más daño, porque el que traigo es una porquería. No hay ni para un carambas. Tenemos la boleda conmemorativa, la hoguera. Tenemos aquí las fauces de la arena, que realmente no es tan útil, de hecho. Podríamos irnos para acá. Vamos a viajar a la hoguera con nuestro kit de viaje rápido. Dice para acá. Por torpe te faltó. Pues es que me falta práctica, me falta inspiración. Pero ganas no. Además de que les recuerdo que estamos jugando sin farmear, así que hay más reto en el juego. O sea, estoy haciéndolo al mínimo todo. Como caiga, al chile. Astre de atuendos. No lo veo, pero debe estar aquí dentro. Vamos a tomar esto. Saludos, Eric, ¿cómo estás? Bienvenido. A ver, cuéntame, si no es mucha molestia, ¿a qué se deben los apodos que eligieron para sus nombres en el chat? ¿Qué es lo que los llevó a elegir?
You should try to not cooking while you're here.
The Outlander has shown us.
May your enemies fall.
Quizás me imagino el juego también. Sí, en parte lo hago por eso, para que tenga un poquitito más de reto. Aunque admito que luego sí me van a estar viendo morir por estupidez y media. Ok. A ver qué nos ofrecen. Antes la cocina. No, lo que yo quiero es otra cosa. Ya saben, la mesa de trabajo y esas cosas. Aquí está.
The Sky Clan don't need a if we are to have peace.
Dicen por acá cuáles apodos. Ah, es que veo que algunos juegos le ponen nombres bastante curiosos. En el chat, por ejemplo, de la moradita. Y por eso preguntaba, para que me dijeran a qué se debe. Dice, yo me quiero colocar de apodo Ezio Auditore. Es difícil no sentir aprecio por Ezio. La neta es un gran personaje. No tengo suficiente para subir algo de esto. Me faltan materiales. Aquí tenemos todo esto. Vamos a mejorar esta pequeña maravilla. Después conseguimos los tornillos de materiales caros. A ver, bien. Si lo mejoras, aumenta mucho el daño. Esta cosa pues necesita subir más, está bien débil. Bien, ahora déjame ver. Inventario, atuendos. Vamos a regresar al atuendo de la historia. Ya saben. De la ungida. Tenemos daño enemigos ardiendo. Estación de componentes. Son buenas bobinas. Déjame ver si se la podemos poner al arco este asqueroso. Un segundito. Arco de caza 2860 7654. Quitar bobinas. Déjame, espera un segundo. Esta. Y sirve bastante bien. No es mucho, pero es algo. A ver, déjenme verse rápido. Voy a colocar... déjenme ver qué será bueno. De acá, lo vamos a cambiar la bobina. No es mala, pero podría ser mejor. Digo, diseño de componentes. No, pues no me da mucho chance. Vamos a dejarla así. Ya después veo. ¿Qué más conseguir? Pues mejorar el arco, sí, pero necesito farmear. Y esto tendría que dedicarlo fuera de stream porque hay mucha mugre que hacer. Demasiada. Vamos a comprar las 30 vallas medicinales una buena vez. Para que no nos sobre. Poción de disparo cargado. Es muy buena de hecho esta poción. Ahí está. Tenemos las 5 botellas. Listo. Y ahora con esto adquirido, vámonos de aquí. Vamos a terminar el stream regresando a la base. ¿Cómo no? Pero prometo que sí te va a mejorar eso, ¿eh? Voy a tener los arcos en condiciones. Porque la neta, así como estoy algo débil. Ya vieron que me está costando trabajo. Así que sí le voy a echar el coco. Solo un poco las armas que traigo. Y también para tener más espacio. Porque... ve. Me puedo llevar una cantidad muy irrisoria de flechas. Por acá, en el chat de la morada tengo un apodo, ya que tengo Narata, Erxet, y pues la verdad ni idea, cada quien tendrá sus ideas. Ese tremendo mapa. No, y espérate a ver. Si ustedes votan por lo de Elden Ring, chicos, lo podría hacer ahorita acabando. Si ustedes deciden, hago un segundo stream y nos desvelamos un ratito. Nada más ceno y con mucho gusto les traigo un segundo streamcito. Pero necesito que voten. No sé si alcancen a ver la encuesta. Y mientras a los muchachos de la morada, pues espero que Spree se encuentren muy bien. Yo les agradezco que se hayan pasado por acá. Vamos a ver cuáles son los planes del siguiente paso para conseguir a Hefesto, la función subordinada que se nos está complicando. Vamos a tomar todo esto que nos sale gratis. Y ayuda un buen, Por acá la encuesta está aquí en la azulita, así es. Ah, está aquí, para que aprovechen. Y mientras vamos a poner los diálogos para ver las novedades.
There she is. I hear you found Thebes. How was it?
Maniacs, lava, what's not to like?
I'll remember that next time I go traveling.
At least I got what we needed to trap Hefestus.
Good thing I got my gear ready then.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I wouldn't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errant. You still sifting through loads of data?
Yeah, it's interesting. There's lots of words. I thought maybe I could try finding things with more, pictures in it. Not much luck there, but I did find out about these holofilms. Like images put together to tell a story. They were made to look like they were the real thing. The Oseram like shows. I bet they pay a lot of shards for those hollows.
Bet you're used to that focus by now.
Well, I can hit machines in their weak points. I guess that's something. I wish all the other data was as easy to deal with. To be honest, it's hard to understand half of what's on there. And then the other half reminds me, well, this isn't a fight you can win by just waving a hammer. Which is kind of what I do. But hey, that just means I gotta study harder. Make myself useful.
Just give it time. You've been looking at any interesting data?
I asked Gaia to find me something to look at a while back, and she found the mother of all forges. They called it sports. Turns out the old ones spent a lot of time tackling and punching each other for points in one game or another. Are you mixing some solid food and fresh ale? I bet half the claim will be lining up to watch.
What else have you been studying with your focus?
Yeah, I've been looking into this Vegas place you found. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you went to get that Poseidon thing. I mean, this Morland guy seems pretty smart. Though, risking the Tanakh clan lands for a light show is a bold move.
Maybe I should check up on them at some point. Just in case.
Right.
How are things going around here?
Hey, you tell me. Varl's new girlfriend tried to kill me earlier.
What did you do?
I made one joke about how they, you know, eat grass a lot. How does anyone fight with nothing but tree leaves in their stomach anyway?
From the looks of it, the Utaru.
Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting her to be that fast.
Just try not to get hurt. Do I smell ale?
I brought some over from Chain Scrape. With everything that's been going on, I thought we could all use a drink. Besides, there is nothing that brings people together like a good brew. That's what my sister always said, anyways. You're more than welcome to have some.
Maybe another time. Anything happen I should know about?
Zoe asked us to help her bring more plants in here. Not for eating, apparently. Yeah, if you ask me, the place is fine as it is. You know, metal might be plain, but it's sturdy. Nothing wrong with that. Who needs a bunch of vegetation?
How are things with Katalo? You still scared of him?
Oh, she thinks she's funny. Actually, I asked if it'd be interested in playing a game of Strike. I had to fill in most of the conversation myself, but I'm still alive.
Glad to hear it. Have you spoken with Alva yet?
Yeah, when she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron Gemini?
As soon as you give the word.
Did Alva make it here all right?
Our new Quen friend. The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Sounds about right. Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hefestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging Thunderjaws.
Better them than us, for once. This mission isn't gonna be easy. Hope you haven't been slacking off on your training.
And risk Zoe coming after me? I value my life. At least you found the Omega clearance. That should help.
Wish that was the only thing I found. I knew finding Thebes would lead me to Ted Faro, but I never imagined he'd end up like he did.
How bad was it?
Bad.
He destroyed the world and crawled into a hole after killing those who saved it. If you ask me, he deserved whatever he got.
That he did. I hope Zoe's not upset I'm distracting you from your training.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry about that.
What do you mean? What happened?
Zoe's been trying to find a way to fix her tribe's land gods. And I suggested that maybe when Gaia's restored, she could just make new ones.
Well, once we get Hefestus, that's definitely a possibility.
That's what I said. But I guess there was something about my tone she didn't like. She got pretty raw. Said I didn't understand the way her tribe feels about those machines. Which is true, of course, and the last thing I'd ever want to do is dismiss their traditions. But I was trying to look at things differently. More like you know? To see a machine as just a machine.
Yeah, I guess I led you into trouble there, didn't I?
Not your fault. Don't worry.
Did you talk to Zoe after your fight?
I suffered through a few hours of glaring silence. Then she seemed to move on. Sort of. How do people do this? How do I know if the next thing I say won't blow up in my face? What if an apology is not enough next time?
You give her a stuffed animal?
You're the worst. You know that?
What makes you think I know anything about any of this? You're on your own.
Abandoning me again, huh? Well, if she kills me next time, it's on you.
Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
I should go get this to Gaia.
Of course. Let us know when we're needed.
Holograms. Gaia, I thought you said the data here was lost.
I was able to repurpose the equipment to store the data you have acquired in your travels.
Well, looks like it's getting some use.
Aloy!
Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there, returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hefestus, and...
Okay, how about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand, to become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the Diviners haven't recovered.
I see you've been using your new focus.
It's been fascinating. So much better than the version the Quen have. What would have taken me years to sort through, like the database you helped me recover, with this, I've been able to establish search parameters to speed up the process. This could revolutionize how Diviners analyze the legacy. That is, whatever part of it the Overseers would actually let us study.
You wanted data, you'll find lots of it here.
A Diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing. Back home, diviners can only share data with the permission from the overseers.
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
Yeah, you are not wrong.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CEO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many diviners to search the legacy for anything that might help the tribe, and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Faro, whom we consider the greatest of the ancestors.
Ted Faro, revered ancestor. That's tough to take.
I know better now, of course. Anyway, the diviners discovered that Faro spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named CEO, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire. The living embodiment of Ted Faro, the Renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners. Peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
That sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease. And that was before we even hit the coast. Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant. That's how we thought of Sobek, until we met you. Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission. The plan Gaia told me about, to capture Hefestus, it will help set things right.
I hope so.
Then I will do whatever I can. I promise.
Aprovecho para mandar un saludo al mariscal que gusto por acá. Bienvenido a ti y a todos los chamaquitos que andan por acá. Espero se encuentren muy bien. Vamos a ver si hay más diálogos. Y no, pues procedemos a ver lo que sigue de la misión. Y después chance y cortamos. Regresamos más al rato. Y Marshall, si gustas estar aquí en el segundo stream que voy a hacer, sería un honor contar con tu presencia. Pero si te tienes que ir, yo lo entenderé. Y también agradecida con Abraham, el nuevo que acaba de llegar a la página, un asgardiano que no tiene igual. Y espero que te la pases bien con lo que aquí sucederá. Dicen que aquí hay versos sin esfuerzo, una poesía sin igual. Y eso lo digo porque me encanta rimar. Es mi segundo oficio, aunque de eso no voy a estudiar.
Aloy, I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hefestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hefestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. 2 overrides. What if the merge were carried out by 2 clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of 2 operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies. Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
Okay. Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here. Beta's in bad shape.
Okay.
Aloy. I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. Their slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hefestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them. I told you from the beginning, we'll never beat them. It's hopeless. Beta. Leave me alone! You don't understand! You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I look through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect? Beta, you don't have a defect. Beta, look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost. He raised you, trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did it feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. But it looks impossible. Look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you. But you have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand? Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible. I'll be ready when you are. I swear.
Aloy, whenever you are ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make final preparations for the mission.
I'm telling you. The old ones put blades on their feet, and...
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
After we get Hefestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get emotional.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
I should go.
Same here. I got a date with a cauldron to prepare for.
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hefestus won't go down quietly.
Hefestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together, I want to return to the Nora. Spread what I've learned.
You think they'll listen to you?
In time, I believe so.
If anyone can make it happen, it's you, Varl. What will you and Zoe do if you go back to the Embrace?
I hope she'll come with me. At least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Katalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they aren't needed.
Like I said, just in case.
You were right, you know, about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
I'm glad you're coming with me, Varl.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there somewhere?
No more running.
Hello again, Aloy. Hello, Aloy.
Hey, Gaia. So, me and Beta, I guess you heard what happened.
Yes. I am continuously impressed by the complexity of human relationships. Despite the unpleasant circumstances that led to your quarrel, I am pleased to see you have both found an agreeable resolution.
Well, two heads are better than one, right?
Yes, I believe so. Are you ready to depart for Cauldron Gemini? Or we can continue our conversation, if you like.
How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hefestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that. When I set out to find a way to bring you back, I never thought we'd be here, like this. Among friends.
They have all come a long way with their improvised educations. Varl has suggested that one day we might extend this model to more tribal inhabitants, once the biosphere has been stabilized.
Yeah, that's not such a bad idea. As long as you're the one running the lessons. So, about Beta. I never really saw the difference between us, until now. She's been through so much. Completely alone.
You have both endured many hardships. Different in almost every respect, yet equally remarkable. I like to think of you as two miracles, born of Elizabeth Sobek.
3, then. Let's not forget about you, Gaia. So our plan to capture Hefestus. Let's go over it again.
As you wish. Thanks to Beta's test, we now know that Hefestus will not respond to your Alpha clearance.
Which is why I got Ted Farrow's Omega clearance.
Correct. While you were gone, Beta constructed the transport rig and pulse generators. When we get to Gemini, I will need to be installed on one of the facility's cores. The second core is for Hefestus. Using Omega clearance will allow you to trap it.
And then you'll be able to absorb it.
Not quite. You will need to manually remove Hefestus's malicious code before the merge.
How long will that take?
Because the work will be split between you and Beta, it will take approximately 4.5 hours.
And during that time, the others will create a distraction for us using the pulse generators, right?
Correct. They will each take position at a cauldron door and fire off their device. The energy surge should mask our activities until the merge is complete.
And then we'll have everything we need to defeat the Zeniths. Sounds like a plan. So I, found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
Okay. Yep, glad that didn't happen. Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn's staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown. My connection to the facility was abruptly severed.
So what will happen to this place while we're at Gemini?
All systems within this facility will continue to operate. As Minerva will no longer be masking this location, the facility will be exposed to detection. Though without my presence, it is unlikely to attract attention.
Let's hope so. Gaia? What was Elizabeth like?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came online, she was there. We exchanged greetings, names, then set to our task. It was the first of many conversations. I enjoyed being in her company, listening to her stories. She was my creator, my guide.
Your friend?
Yes. When I reviewed the data on your focus, I was saddened to learn of her fate. Though I am glad she made it home. I deeply wish she did not have to be alone.
She was okay with that. She gave all of herself. Did all that she could. Thanks, Gaia. I should be going.
Goodbye, Aloy.
Pues bien, hasta aquí le vamos a dejar. Porque si seleccionamos lo otro, la siguiente misión va a empezar. Y eso va a ser con lo que va a iniciar el directo que le sigue, ya sea sábado o domingo. Por mientras, ahorita me retiro tantito a cenar. Y en vista de que hubo mucha respuesta positiva, pues vamos a regresar con el juego que pidieron. no sin antes agradecer a todos los que aquí estuvieron, mandándoles un abrazo, un beso, muchos cariños. Espero verlos en un ratito y a ver si nos desvelamos un poquito. Y este beso ha sido patrocinado por ustedes, los guardianos, que los quiero muchísimo. Cuídense mucho, nos vemos en una media hora máximo. Chao, chao.